Victories of the day. March 21st. Victories of the day, March 21st. 1. 1803, the first table of relative atomic weights. John Dalton, born on this day in 1766, finalized the first table of relative atomic weights, transforming chemistry from a collection of recipes into a rigorous branch of mathematics. Before Dalton's work, scientists believed that chemical reactions were chaotic mixtures, failing to understand why elements always combined in specific, unchangeable ratios. Dalton proposed that all matter consists of tiny, indivisible atoms and that the atoms of a given element are identical in mass, allowing him to calculate the weight of hydrogen versus oxygen. This theoretical framework, known as the law of multiple proportions, allowed chemists to predict the mass of products in a reaction before the experiment even began. This achievement is the foundation of modern stoichiometry. It moved the study of matter into a predictive science, enabling the eventual creation of the periodic table and the synthesis of all modern pharmaceuticals. 2. 1916, the standardization of the normal distribution in modern statistics. On March 21, 1916, significant refinements to the mathematical application of the Gaussian distribution, the bell curve, were codified for use in biological and social sciences. Prior to this period, researchers struggled to handle large data sets, often assuming that variations in nature were random and lacked a predictable mathematical structure. The system utilized the central limit theorem, which proves that as a sample size grows, the distribution of its averages will form a symmetrical curve, regardless of the original data's shape. This shifted mathematics from a purely theoretical pursuit into a functional lens used to identify patterns in human height, IQ scores, and even the errors in astronomical measurements. This framework is the mathematical backbone of all modern statistical inference. It is the reason we can conduct medical trials, calculate insurance risks, and perform the predictive analysis used in modern AI and machine learning. 3. 1999, the completion of the first non-stop balloon flight. Bertrand Piccard and Brian Jones landed in Egypt, completing the first non-stop circumnavigation of the globe in a balloon and setting a milestone in aerospace engineering and meteorology. Previous attempts at non-stop flight had failed because pilots could not maintain a consistent altitude for weeks or find a way to navigate the planet's unpredictable high-altitude wind currents. The team utilized a Roger balloon, a hybrid system that combined a helium cell for lift with a propane-heated air cone to provide precise vertical control. This achievement was a triumph of meteorological navigation, as the pilots had to use satellite data to surf jet streams' high-speed air currents in the stratosphere to maintain their speed and direction. The mission provided invaluable data on stratospheric air density and wind patterns, which has since been integrated into global weather forecasting and the flight paths of long-distance commercial aviation. 4. 2013, the publication of the Planck all-sky map. The European Space Agency released the most detailed map of the oldest light in the universe, captured by the Planck satellite, marking a golden age for cosmology. Before this data, our understanding of the early universe was based on lower resolution maps that left large margins of error regarding the universe's age and the exact ratio of dark to visible matter. The Planck mission mapped the cosmic microwave background, CMB, the fossil radiation left over from 380,000 years after the Big Bang, measuring temperature fluctuations as small as 1/1,000,000th of a degree. This provided the most accurate recipe for the universe: 4.9% ordinary matter, 26.8% dark matter, and 68.3% dark energy, while also refining the age of the universe to 13.82 billion years. This map serves as the baseline for all modern physics. It allowed scientists to study the seeds of galaxies and remains the primary evidence for the inflationary theory of the universe's origin. 5. 2017, the refinement of the TRAPPIST-1 orbital data. Astronomers finalized the orbital dynamics of the TRAPPIST-1 system, confirming it as the most significant discovery in the history of astrobiology and the search for extraterrestrial life. Previously, exoplanet surveys tended to find large, gas giant planets, hot Jupiters, orbiting far from their stars, leaving scientists to wonder if Earth-sized, rocky planets were actually rare. The TRAPPIST-1 analysis confirmed 7 rocky, Earth-sized planets orbiting a single ultra-cool dwarf star, with 3 of those planets sitting squarely in the habitable zone. This moved the field of astrobiology into a new phase of atmospheric characterization, focusing on detecting water vapor, oxygen, and methane in the Goldilocks regions of other stars. This system is currently the highest priority target for the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, as it provides the best opportunity to find chemical biosignatures that would prove life exists elsewhere in the galaxy. 6. Scientist of the Day, John Dalton, 1766-1844. John Dalton transformed the invisible into the measurable. A self-taught polymath, he began his career as a meteorologist, keeping a daily weather log for over 57 years that contained over 200,000 observations. This obsession with the weight and pressure of the air led him to realize that the atmosphere wasn't a single substance, but a mixture of distinct, individual particles. By applying this logic to all matter, he created the Daltonic atomic theory, providing the first physical evidence that atoms are the fundamental building blocks of the universe. His legacy proves that meticulous observation of the mundane, like the daily rain or the way we see color, can lead to the discovery of the laws that govern all of existence. Victories of the Day. March 21st.